Good day, konnichiwa, as we say in Japanese. I introduce myself as Father Bob Burtis, and I'm going to talk today a little bit about my experience in Japan. The opportunity fell in my lap many years ago, in to be 1972 to be exact. And at that time, I was in college, in our college in Epworth, Iowa. And they were starting an exchange program in our fellow college in Nagoya, Japan. And the headmaster called me in and said, would I like to go to Japan? And I said, well, why? What did I do? Why are you excelling me or what? And he said, no, we're starting an exchange program and 3 of our students have signed up for it, but we don't want them to go alone without a member of the society. So would you go? And I said, well, okay. He said, remember, there's more to learning in education than just book learning or classroom experience, but you will experience life in a foreign country. And I said, oh, that sounded intriguing. We arrived on Saturday, and they were expecting us Sunday. We got screwed up with the international date line. And we came there, nobody's there to meet us. We were exhausted. We flew over from San Francisco. Nobody there. We were wondering what to do, and we didn't know much Japanese yet. So I had an address of our house in Nagoya, and I called up, and it was a German priest there, but we know German. So I asked him, what we should do, and he said, no, you are not here. You are coming tomorrow. I said, no, Father, we are here now. Oh my goodness, he said, well, somebody will come and fetch you on the Shinkansen, the fast train. So we did. And I knew him from back here, Father Paul LaForge. And he was very enthusiastic to get us quickly into the culture. So he wanted to show us around. And I said, Paul, he wanted to show us the Imperial Palace and different shrines and stuff. I said, Paul, we just crossed the ocean, please. They said, oh, okay. We have a nice place, very quiet place in the middle of Tokyo, next to a cemetery, which we got for a song because they're very sensitive about cemeteries and ghosts. So nobody wanted to live there. So we got this wonderful piece of land next to the Buddhist cemetery. Anyhow, we had a good night's rest. The next day, we left for Nagoya. We had a quick tour of some sites there and the school. And then on Monday morning, we were introduced into the school. And we were both learning and teaching. We worked with the Japanese teachers for English expressions and so on to the students. Anyhow, we had to introduce ourselves, and we had 3 other big tall guys, one from New York, one from St. Louis, and one was from New York, New Orleans, and St. Louis. And I'm from Chicago. Anyhow, I was short, and they were all tall. And I was older than them. And anyhow, so they introduced themselves, and the one from New Orleans had reddish hair, and he's a big burly fellow. And all the school children, the school kids were out there, the boys, 400 boys in the school. And we were being introduced to them, new teachers, excuse me. And this big burly fellow came out and he said, my name is Neil Mooney. And they all laughed, ha ha ha. So, and then he said, and then you indicate your name and then what your hobby is. And he said, he said something about his family, and then he said, my hobby is playing the banjo. And ha 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 ha. And then the headmaster came out and he scolded the boys. While they were laughing, he said, your name is Mooney. And he said, they have a Japanese cartoon character. He's a pink hippopotamus named Mumi-san. So I said, oh, okay. And he said, and you have reddish hair. They all have black hair and brown eyes. So you have beautiful red hair. And he said, in classical theater, that is for a fool, or youth. They wear wigs. White is for adult people and for wisdom, and red hair is for a fool or a youth. So, oh God. And then he said, your hobby, you play the banjo. He said in Japanese, the banjo is the name for toilet. And so, oh my God, he said he had 3 strokes against him, the poor man. And the other ones, they got through a little better, but he was the first, he was just horrified. And then we all have nicknames. They told me, I was short and small, and they said, you are Konji. And I said, oh. And he said, what does that mean? It means gold. And I said, oh, how nice, thank you. And he said, no, because when you were with the other foreigners, you're like gold, hard to find, because I was so short. And then later I had another one. When I taught school, they were repairing the road outside our school, and they're fresh air phonetics. They had the windows all open, and you could hardly hear talking. I had 55 boys in class, and so I had to talk loud, and so they called me Okiguchi, means mighty mouth.